Hello everybody, welcome back. We are playing Quakecraft today. So this past week I decided to take up running again. And no, not running for my life, but actual exercise running. See, I'm usually a walker when it comes to a lot of things. I've never really had a problem with moving slower. And I've always kind of wanted to get into running, but then every single time I start, it's like 30 seconds and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm so done. But I started running again, and I had taken, okay, so it was a couple years ago. I hurt my knee. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm hitting a button weird. It's fine. It's fine. But a couple years ago, I hurt my knee. It was like a couple Decembers ago or Novembers ago. I can't remember exactly. And it was my left knee, and it was like the lamest thing ever because it was just too weak, my knee, because I wasn't strengthening it. And there's more to the story too, which I'm working on a video for that. But yeah, no, my leg was just so weak, so I slipped. Like I well, not full on slip, but like I like leaned down a little bit, and then my leg went, like a different direction, and I heard like not full on like a crunch, but it wasn't a good sound. It really wasn't a good sound. But yeah, so injured left leg, and then shortly after that, my right knee started like, it was like overcompensating, so I just wasn't strengthening that one as much, and so then I kind of sort of injured that one too. So now I'm working on strengthening both of my knees, but I realized I'm like, oh, I kind of need a goal, so that way I can see where my progress has taken me, aside from just walking up the stairs and not hearing a crunch sound, which, yes, no, it makes me cringe every single time. I'm only in my 20s, guys, okay? Hold on to your knees as best as you can. Well, maybe not literally. I mean, you could, but you need them. Get it? You need them? Okay, anyway, so I decided my goal would be I'd be running. Now, I do not plan on running like a marathon or anything like that, but I have actually walked a couple half marathons. That was actually last year. I did a couple of those with some family. That was really fun, kind of relaxing. Definitely, it really stretched me, because before that, like, I would walk maybe a couple miles, maybe 3 or 4 at most. But it was kind of nice, to really aim for that. And so my goal is to eventually maybe get to another half marathon. Am I going to run it? Probably not. Would it be nice to run like a 5K or something? Possibly. Yeah, no, it's just kind of nice to have those goals. And as a writer, I sit at a computer all day. So having something that will get me walking and all that, especially, like I said, my weak knees. But yeah, so I was really proud of myself, though, because last Friday I was like, you know what, I'm done. Okay, I am going to run. I don't care what happens. I am just going to run, and I'm just going to see how long I can go. This will be great. So, I woke up, not feeling 100% great, but I'm like, physically, but I'm like, okay, that's all right. Let's keep going. And I was like, I'm going to run outside. Running outside is really relaxing. I take my dog for walks, so I love being outside. But it was just one of those things I was like, okay, I'm going to run outside. It'll be nice to have the fresh air. It's summertime. This is the time to do it. So I was going to wake up early, go outside, which the waking up early is already kind of a challenge for me. But don't worry, I had an aim. I had a goal. And then, what do you know it? Okay, there's a thunderstorm outside. Usually we get them in the evening. Not usually, I mean, sometimes like really early in the morning we get them, but like, yeah, no. So I wake up and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I can't go outside. So I'm like, okay, well, let me use the treadmill that we have downstairs in our basement. But here's the thing. I have had some tricky things with the login stuff. I've had to change my email like twice, and now on the treadmill, because you have to have a login now, I think they did like an update. So when I was trying to just manually start it, because I'm like, I don't need like a special screen, as much fun as that would be to have like a beautiful image of an island somewhere, I'm like, I just need the treadmill to move like what it's supposed to do. But yeah, so I'm like on this treadmill, just trying to get it go. Okay, like I said, I don't even need to track my miles because I got a Fitbit. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Plus, I'm just going to time myself, just see how long I can run. Because that's my ultimate goal, is just to increase how long I can run. If it beats 30 seconds, I'm all right with that. But so I'm trying to get this treadmill to run. And here's the thing, when you start like a new goal or habit, you really want as few obstacles as possible because you don't want to deter yourself from continuing on this new path, this new goal, this new ambition. This could apply to both writing or running or anything else. Yes, and no, the metaphor of the running and to the writing, this is only just getting started, because as I've already seen, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of similarities, between the two things. So, yeah. So, this treadmill, though, it's just not working. Okay, I restart it. It will not let me send an invite to myself so I can try and get my email situated. It won't let me add another user, so I'm just like, okay. I'm like, thunderstorm outside, so I can't go outside. Treadmill ain't working. Okay, what do I do? Okay, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym. Okay, so you know you're serious when you're going to go to the gym. But yeah, so, I get in my car, grab my sweatshirt because it is thunderstorming outside. Okay, it's not even just like a little rain. It's like thunder, lightning. Like when I was driving to the gym, I saw this giant bolt of lightning really close by and then thunder like simultaneously right after it. So it was a thunderstorm. Yes, so for all those wondering, oh, pros, it's just a little bit of rain. Yeah, no, okay, I've seen enough medical TV shows to know that getting struck by lightning is actually a common occurrence. Yeah, right there. Facts right there. I'm kidding, guys. Okay, I don't actually know the odds. That's probably 1 in, like, something odd number. I don't know. And that's probably accurate. I don't know. But either way, yes, this is where you get your scientific medical facts from a writer on YouTube. Woo! But yeah, so I pack up all my stuff, I go to the gym, and our gym got recently renovated a little bit, so it's kind of nice. But I'm like, okay, and part of it with my knees, I've been doing weight training stuff too, and I'd prefer not to do them like on the same day, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to the gym, then I might as well just do my weight training too, for my knees. I also do arms, but mostly knees. Because plus I just feel better. But yeah, so I get on the treadmill and okay, I'm going to tell you guys, I wasn't expecting anything more than like a minute and a half. Okay, I was like going to push myself. Like I was looking up tips the night before, how to run longer, like that kind of thing. Okay, without dying, like, and one of the tips was just, okay, it doesn't matter how slow you're going, if it looks stupid or not, just find a pace that works for you and just go with it. And that really helped. Okay, like, you guys want to know what my time was? My time was just under 10 minutes that I was continuously running. And at some point, but yeah, so at some point though, while I'm running, it like clicks in my brain that this is just like dancing. And I've been doing like ballet and some modern dancing and like over the last few years, and so it just kind of clicked to me that I'm like, oh, this is like dancing, but you're just moving forward. Like you're not moving to the side, you're not, going up and down. Like I'm just like, oh, and like this really speaks to the musical theater person, like, kid in me. And so, and like my playlist has like these really fun songs. Like they're not crazy fast ones because, like I said, I was aiming to go slower rather than faster because my goal was just to see how long I could go and not how fast I could go. But so yeah, it just clicked with me that I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, it's basically just dancing, just moving forward on a treadmill. And so I'm just like jamming out at some point and I'm like, this is so much fun. And then my knee started hurting, but this was, like 9 minutes in or something like that. So I was like, okay, let me back off because I don't want to like overdo it. And I'm sure like people who are like, you just started running and you went for like 9 minutes, like why would you do that to yourself? But I was enjoying it. I was having so much fun, so that's why I kept going. But when my knees started acting up a little bit, I was like, okay, this is probably time for me to slow it down and move from there. And so, but I was so proud of myself. Okay, that's like the longest record of me running consistently without like dying. So very happy. But yeah. So, and like the other times, because so far I've tried running 3 times. Okay, tomorrow will be my 4th time trying to run. I'm really hoping it goes well. Wednesday wasn't too bad. I'm like alternating like every other day right now, because my goal is 1, to rest my knee in between, and 2, it's just, you know, to help me not like burn myself out. Yeah, I've learned that with a lot of things. It's like I said, the riding like comparison to it is you can burn yourself out, like riding and running, you can do both. And so it's like, you have to be careful, guys. You have to be careful. But no, I was just really proud of myself. I was just like, hey, I ran for almost 10 minutes. Okay? Like, yeah, it was only 1 of the 3 times, but that's still really good. And I think, so it was just under 10 minutes for one. And then the other day, I couldn't do more than like, I think it was like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. But that was all right. And then Wednesday, I think I did about 4 minutes. And I'm sure somebody who's more equipped with the running will be like, oh, yeah. And then they'll have like all this information. And like, I would love to hear, okay, if somebody else is a runner, like in my comment section, like if you guys want to give me like all the tips and tricks, like I've already like checked in with like one of my siblings and been like, hey, any tips and tricks? So she was giving me some of those. So yeah, any other tips and tricks, that would be amazing. Even if it's like, okay, you know, like I said, anything as even as small like as just run slower. Okay, like that changed the way I view running now. And it was actually really fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, bye!